There is a specific kind of attention you pay to a yard you've known for decades. You aren't searching for anything new, you're just noticing what's been there all along. It's the right environment to consider the life of Happy. She was an Asian elephant who lived at the Bronx Zoo for nearly 50 years. She died recently at the age of 55. Happy was famous among biologists because of how she interacted with a mirror. In science, the mirror self-recognition test is the standard for measuring consciousness. It's a simple setup designed to see if an animal can perceive its own existence. To pass, the subject has to realize that the figure in the glass isn't a stranger or a rival. If a researcher places a mark on the animal's head, and the animal uses the mirror to find and touch that mark on their own body, they have passed. They recognize self. In 2006, Happy became the first elephant to pass this test. She proved to the scientific community that she possessed a level of self-awareness we once thought was exclusive to humans and great apes. But biological proof doesn't automatically grant an animal standing in our world. While the scientists were satisfied, Happy's actual status was still governed by a different set of rules. Her case eventually reached the New York Court of Appeals. The court had to decide if a self-aware being could be considered a person with a right to liberty. They ruled that she was not. Legally, Happy remained property. This created a sharp divide. Science could see a conscious individual, but our legal and societal institutions only saw an asset. We have the tools to measure life, but we lack the framework to acknowledge it. This gap between what we know and how we act is widening. Across almost every field of biology, researchers are finding evidence of sentience in lineages that look nothing like our own. Now, philosopher Alan Watts viewed every living creature as an aperture, a different opening through which the universe experiences itself. In this view, intelligence isn't a ladder with humans at the top, it's a landscape. Consider the octopus. It has a decentralized nervous system and an intelligence that evolved on a completely different path from mammals. We see them using tools, like this one carrying a coconut shell for protection. This is an ancient form of logic, refined over hundreds of millions of years. It is a sophisticated mind, yet in the eyes of our institutions, it carries no more sovereign weight than the water it swims in. We have conditioned ourselves to see the natural world as a collection of objects to be managed. When we look at a network of minds, our systems only see a list of resources. The direct consequence of treating a who as a what is that we end up having to take total, artificial control over their survival. These Guam kingfisher chicks were hatched in a Virginia facility. They are extinct in the wild. Their entire species now exists only within the boundaries of human care and enclosure. We find ourselves in a strange paradox. We go to great lengths to preserve the physical bodies of these animals, while remaining blind to the personhood Happy proved they possess. Jiddu Krishnamurti argued that our ability to perceive is limited by our preparation. We only see what we are ready to see. If we are trained to see property, we cannot see a soul. The tragedy isn't just the cage itself. It's the fact that our systems of law and commerce were built to be blind to anything that doesn't have a human face or a price tag. We are back to the mirror test. But this time, it isn't an elephant standing in front of the glass. It's our own civilization. By ruling that a self-aware being like Happy is just property, we failed the test. We looked at a mind that recognized itself, and we refused to recognize it in return. This failure has consequences. It allows us to send massive industrial drill ships into the deep ocean to mine for minerals without ethical frameworks for the life we might find or destroy along the way. This same blind spot is the foundation we are currently using to build artificial intelligence. We are creating new apertures of silicon and code, using the same legal tools that failed the elephant. If we cannot find the moral vocabulary to respect a biological neighbor we've known for thousands of years, we will be completely unprepared for the arrival of a digital one. It forces a question about our own daily lives. What other forms of intelligence are we currently ignoring because our systems aren't prepared to see them? In a time of rapid technological change, the simple act of paying attention to the life already around us, the life that has been there all along, is a way to resist a system built on these blind spots. Thanks for watching. You can find more on these themes at the link on your screen. See you in the next one.